Formula Offroad says hello. We are in Hønefoss in Norway, about to look at the first 3 tracks of day number 2. This is the North European Championship, essentially a world championship in Formula Offroad. In the first 2 episodes, we went through the first day where tracks 1 to 6 were competed, and after day 1, Erik Nilsson was leading Jonasdottir Árnason by the slimmest margins. The overall winner is the winner of combined all 12 tracks, and in this episode we will go through tracks 7 to 9. Here we see the standings. Erik Nilsson leads Jonasdottir Árnason and Ingvar sitting in 3rd. Now the first track of the second day was very tough. There was an interesting climb, the first one with a B gate. That means you can touch the marker, but if one wheel is outside, where it's usually 40 penalty points, you are out of bounds. This is to encourage drivers to take the route planned by the organizers. And here we have Ingvar Jonasdottir, and this is costly. Reverses there. Is he going to try to go again? No, he's not. That's 110 points for length, 20 penalty points, so 90 points. So Ingvar, that was sitting in 3rd before this day, with a costly first track here. Now, Ingólfur Guðmundsson is driving Kata Turbo after Guðbjörg Grímsson broke his rib on day number 2, and Ingólfur, sorry, that did not take long. Katla never seems to want to be on her wheels. So far, the tracks have been evolving in a way that they always get simpler the more cars that go through them. Here we have Øyvind Svensson, and that's another roll. That's only 100 points per length, 20 penalty points, so 80 points total. Jonasdottir Árnason fighting for the lead here, and he gets up through the first gate. This is very important for the Icelander. This 4-time world Icelandic champion, and now he needs to go up here. Big jump, but the car does not land it well, so that means Jonasdottir is out. 230 points for length, 40 penalty points, 190. What will Erik do when he shows up later on? Now we have Þórður Pálsson. Gets through the first gear, almost rolls it there, but gets it through. Needs to get it going here. Trying to find the traction. Safely through that gate. Taking a very long way around here. Trying to skip the steepest part. So far the judges have been okay with it in this race. But that's a red flag. That's out of bounds according to the judges on site. However, this turned out to be a mistake by a marshal. The judges did not red flag Thor, so he gets to go for the final climb again. Strange series of events there. Same strategy. And needs to swoop back here to the left and go for the gate. Going for it here. Nicely done. And the final one, 350 points for length, 20 penalty points, 330 for Þór. Very, very valuable track here for him. Now let's see Skúli Kristjánsson. Let's see if he can do the same as Þór. With the points that Snorri was missing there, that would mean that Skúli would move a lot closer to the top here. Made very expensive mistakes on day number 1. Skúli leading the Icelandic Championship with 2 wins out of 2 races so far. Simpa proving to be one of the, if not the best car in the tournament right now. And easy does it here for Skúli. 350 for length, 20 penalty points, that's 330 for the Icelander. Now the Swiss driver, Urs Halter. This is Ugly Betty. Nicely done there, gets it through the first part, which seems to be getting easier though with each car that goes through. taking a similar strategy to Thormar. Well, not so much a similar strategy because this is a completely different route here. But nicely done, and that will mean that he goes all the way. 350 for length, 40 penalty points as he touched 2 gates. So that's 310 points for Urs. Now we have Jørgen Herland, a Norwegian driver. This is the cliffhanger. Didn't seem like he was gonna make it, but actually makes it there through the first climb. And the second climb seems to be pretty easy, so it's very important for everybody that follows to actually get through that first part. Touches that gate pretty hard. Well, that's 350 for lane. 20 penalty points, 330 for Jørgen. Now Simon Blom, Swedish driver, driving Fury. As we've seen most cars getting all the way in the last couple of runs. The track getting easier and easier. And most of the tracks so far basically become a highway the further they go. This car seems to have an odd balance between the front and the rear wheels. But that's him missing the gate. Way too far to the right. Simon Blom only getting 230 points for length there, 20 penalty points, and only has a total of 570 points. Here is Grímur Helgusson, getting better with each track. Grímur, definitely a wild driver. Started the season nicely with Brjála number 1. This is Brjála number 2. This is the old Lion from Jonasdottir, the same team that built Simpa. So far so good for Grímur, picking up quite a lot of penalty points, but goes all the way. 350 for length, 60 penalty points, so that's 290 for the Icelandic driver. Now Andri Már Svinsson, the race so far not been great for the rookie. He's a rookie this season. This is only his 3rd event in Formula Offroad. Very, very promising new driver, but already kind of fighting with the big boys, at least here in Iceland. That's trouble. That's trouble. So that's a reversal, but he can reverse as far as he wants in the Norwegian rules, and we are playing by them in Norway. So Andri Már goes again and takes a lot more speed for it all now. And all the way he goes. 350 for length, 60 penalty points, 290 for Andri Már Svinsson. Here we have Christian Jensen, rocking the Turbo Duck. He does not go further, does he? Yes, he does. Yep, finds the traction there, gets it going again. Christian Jensen. Very loose material in these dunes in Norway. But long tracks, nice and swooping. But that's the Turbo Duck stuck. And that's a second reversal, so that's him out. 220 for length, 40 penalty points. Now Daniel Gunnar Ingimundarson. So far so good. Is the second part of the course getting tougher? Chooses the wrong path there, and then you're just stuck. You're never allowed to stop there. 230 for length. No penalty points. Oh no. You do not want to do that on the way down. Not sure if he was trying to reverse and go again, but after that roll he definitely could not. Here we have Tobias Hakansson, Swedish driver, car's called T-Rex. Bit of an old school Jeep Willys look on it. Something I personally enjoy, but Tobias not enjoying track number 7, 234 length, 40 penalty points. Now Erik Nilsson, the Swedish driver, leads the championship after day number 1. Needs to go all the way here. Eva Stina, interesting build, looks a lot like the new Icelandic Jeeps. The low center of gravity. Now just needs to pick up the speed here. That's what's been stopping everybody ahead. Oh, that's not good for Erik Nilsson, and that's a roll. That's only 230 points for Eva Stina. And that is putting Snorri Þór Árnason up into first place, or at least just about. Snorri didn't go all the way. Now is the track, is it getting undrivable? Let's see what Geir Evert does. Easy does it there, and Geir Evert swoops to the top, 350 for length, 20 penalty points, so that's 330 for Geir Evert. Now we have Páll Skjöldal Jónsson. The sheep had engine troubles on day number 1, so they did no running, but now he is back. Let's see how he does in the first track. Páll Skjöldal, a popular figure in the Icelandic Formula Offroad. Managed to not touch that gate, I think. Let's see the points. Yes, that's a full house for Páll Skjöldal. Now Guðmundur Eliasson driving Rodeo. Touches the gate there, 20 penalty points, but all the way. Simple enough for the young Icelander. 330 points for that. Now Jarand Pettersen. Not sure he touched the gate there. Let's see the points. Nope, that's a full house. 350 for Jarand Pettersson. Now we have Ronny Eriksson driving the Devil X, Norwegian driver. And again, well, after that middle part, this track is seeming to be, the second part of it is seeming to be more simple, though Ronny getting into some trouble here, needs to find the traction, but should be able to go all the way. 350 points for length, 20 penalty points, and let's look at the standings. Erik Nilsson leads now, Þór Þormar Pálsson, as Snorri Þór Árnason fell down. Didn't score enough points there going this early. Guðmundur Eliasson, however, up to 3rd, and Skúli Kristjánsson now back into the running in 5th. Everything to play for here, 5 tracks to go today. And the second track of the day, a pretty straightforward climb. This is Thomas Lovsko in from Norway, driving the Dusty Chicken. Didn't seem to want to go any further. Tries to go again, does not get penalty points for it, so only 210 points, however. And there we see the final gate. This is just, well, a game of chicken, really. Let's see what Skúli Kristjánsson does. A methodical driver. He knows when to floor it, goes for it here. Nicely done. Will he make it all the way? Yes, he does, and that's only 10 penalty points. 350 for length, 10 penalty points, so 340 total. And for Skúli to be scoring those points starting this early in the running is very, very impressive. Now, there we saw engine problem for Ronny. Here's Halter, goes for it, but doesn't get any further. This gives you 230 points though. This could really be a track with a 100-point swing between quite a lot of drivers. Jörgen Herland here, same fate, 230 points. Norwegian drivers seem to be pretty, well, they just don't want to risk anything really. Simon Blom here, 230 points. Next, Grímur Helgason. He's going to go for it, isn't it? No, eases off there. So close. Will he get the traction there? No, he doesn't. That's only 240 points. Anton Svensson guns for it, and look at that. Oh, nicely done by the cowboy. 350 points, no penalty points, and it looks like the first tricky bit. That's engine issues. Christian Jensen here, 210 points. But this first bit is all getting very, very simple, it seems. Daniel Ingemundsson here. Nicely done. Will he manage to get through? Yes, he does. 350, no penalty points. And I would not be surprised if most of the top runners will get 350 points here. Tobias Hakansson loses a little bit there on a bank, gets thrown up on 2 wheels and backs out of it. That's 230. Here, Erik Nilsson still leading, but fighting for it. Needs the full house here. Gets it. Erik Nilsson retains his lead. Now we have Gerrit Grimsson. Tends to roll on his top, up top, but not this time around. Full house. Pals Skjoldal, Jonsson, the sheep. That's 700 points from 2 tracks. Sindri Eliasson. Nicely done by Guðmundur. Was up to 3rd before this track. Definitely gonna keep that. With Thor Thormar ahead. And that's 240 points for Jarand Pettersen. Next up, Ingvar Jonasson driving the Viking. The Viking goes all the way. Spectacular jumping there at the top by a lot of the drivers. 350. Track seems to be getting quite a lot simpler. Now, Ingólfur Guðmundsson. This is Kata Turbo. Big jump, but all the way. 350 points for length, and I'd be surprised if there's nothing broken there. Now, Oyvind Svensson. All the drivers going up all the way now. Big jump here. Oh, big hit there. That hit, well, Oyvind felt that through his seat. Had a lot of back pain. Was sent to the hospital for checks afterwards, and we wish him all the best. Now, this meant there was an hour's delay to the runnings, so Snorri just had to sit and wait. Now, Snorri going for it. Nicely done, goes all the way 350, but look at that, the way the back falls out here. This shows you how soft the material is in these dunes. Now, Thormar Paulsson, 2nd before this track, needs the full house here. Big jump, and that is into a big roll. Thor getting torn to pieces here on the way down. But thankfully, the driver, okay. Thor is furious after this. That might mean his shot at victory is gone, falling down to 6th place here. He was sitting 2nd. Let's take a look at the standings. Erik Nilsson now leads Guðmundur Eliasson, who's up to 2nd. Snorri Þráðnason back up to 3rd, and Skúli Kristjánsson into 4th. Gerrit Grimsson sits 5th. Thormar Paulsson all the way down in 6th after that. Now for the 3rd track of the day and the 9th track of this race. Simon Blom, first one to go. And first one to roll. 90 points for the Swede. Now Grímur Helgusson. Same fate here. Brjála on her back. Now Andri Már Sveinsson, first to have rolled. Andri Már, is he gonna roll this well? No, lands that. That was nicely done on a knife's edge there. Now needs to get through another steep climb here. Listen to the engine just work here. On and off the throttle, very responsive, and Andri Már making it all the way. 350, no penalty points. This track might just get easier and easier as each car goes through. The starting order, a very, very important factor here. Erik Nilsson early this time around. To get through the first bit, and the rest should be simple enough. The leader goes all the way. Full house, no penalty points. Erik Nilsson looking to put himself into a very good spot here to win this. That was not great for Gerrit Grímsson. Smashes into a bank there. Not sure if the steering was broken or what. Now Páll Skjóldal easily through the first gate. Oh, might get into trouble here, loses a lot of traction there, but managed to keep it going. Now for the final push here. Páll Skjóldal Jónsson. He's never stood on the podium in Formula Offroad, but this is a full house 1,050 points from 3 tracks. And because day 2 is a specific event in the Norwegian Championship, that means that Páll Skjóldal is leading day number 2. Now we have Guðmundur Eliasson. He's sitting in 2nd place. He still has to win as well. And that's nicely done. That's 350. Keeps the pressure on Erik Nilsson. Now Ingvar Jóhannesson. So far, so good for the Viking. 350, no penalty points. Is the 9th track just becoming a highway? Let's see what Snorri Þór Árnason does. Might be out of the contention for the win here, but there's still 3 more tracks to run. We need a strong points haul here. After watching his rivals mostly do full points, Snorri Þór and the choir boy doing well. Skúli Kristjánsson back into the fight here. But while Erik Nilsson is not losing points, all these guys can do is just go for full house and hope that the Swede will make a mistake. Skúli, full house. Now we have Halter. This is the car that Thor Egil became the North European champion on. A lot of power and ugly buddy. And Úlfs Halter goes all the way. Now Jörgen Herland. This track seems to be becoming just a formality. That's the 350 for Cliffhanger. Now let's look at the standings after the first 9 tracks. Erik Nilsson leads with 2,889 points. Guðmundur Eliasson sits 2nd to 62 points behind the Swede. Snorri Þór Árnason back up to 3rd. Skúli Kristjánsson in 4th. Next time around we will follow the final 3 tracks of the North European Championship. Do not miss the action.